What's up, Pokemon trading card game fans? Welcome to episode 106 of the Special Conditions podcast, where our love for competing and collecting collide. Special Conditions is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Wednesday, April 6th, 2022. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Tuttle, and I am joined by my co-host, Ken Pescatore. Ken, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, man. Second podcast of the night. How are you?
I'm all fired up from the first podcast. Lured up is the other one.
I'm getting over being sick, so I apologize if my throat is a little grody right now. I apologize in advance, especially considering I just talked for an hour before.
It's all right. We got some Pokemon TCG to talk about.
We do. There's been some good stuff in the news, and I watched some competition, so it's been good.
Yeah, it's always fun, honestly, watching these live events. I get so excited.
Yo, and they do a really good job, man. They the shoutcasters are great. I like how it's a good production. You know, it's not like a thrown together. Like it's I don't know. They just do a really good job.
It's not like PTCGL. All right, so on today's show, trainers, our card of the week is Rapid Strike Malamar, and it costs less than $1.
Yo, that's huge.
Imagine that.
That's so good.
And we're going to take a look at how it took second place in Liverpool. We're going to rip into some packs, courtesy of Tish Smith. We both have Darkness Ablaze. Totodile is going to be our art of the week. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah.
Logan Paul made news this week, and we're all shaking our heads.
It's so
it's so bad. I don't even know why we're talking about it, but we're talking about it apparently.
We have to talk about it.
I guess we have to. And then we have new info on the next league battle decks that are coming this June. Super excited to talk about those.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Let's jump straight in to the card of the week, Malamar. What is it? What does it do? Let's get it. We've got a stage 1 Malamar. 120 hit points, psychic Pokemon, evolves from Inkay. It's a stage 1, so it's an evolution Pokemon. It is a Rapid Strike Pokemon, and we'll get into why that's important in a second. For 1 psychic energy, Rapid Strike Tentacles does 40 damage times. Reveal any number of Rapid Strike cards from your hand. That includes trainers, that includes energies, and that includes Pokemon. This attack does 40 damage for each card you revealed in this way. Then shuffle those cards into your deck.
It's pretty good for 1 energy, man. It's really good.
So, yeah, it's got a ×2 weakness to dark, resistance by 30 to fighting, and a triple retreat cost. That's a little scary.
Yeah.
But when it attacks for 1 and only costs 1 prize, it's not that bad. It is important to note that you can build this Rapid Strike Malamar deck for about $35.
Yeah, and I looked around and there was a couple different variations of it, but for the most part, especially the ones that did well in Liverpool, the deck is like $35, $38, something like that on TCGPlayer. So, it's not often that we talk about a card of the week that is that inexpensive. And, when it comes to I don't know what the Arceus VSTAR is going for right now, but I know it's not $1. So.
No. It's in the double digits for sure.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have a discounted card that actually has, can put in some work.
Yeah. So you've got your 4, the standard deck is, 4 Sobbles. You've got 3 Drizzles, 2 Inteleon with the quick shooting ability to place the damage counters, and then you've got 1 of the Shady Dealings. It's important to note that the Inteleon and the Drizzles are from Sword and Shield and do not have the Rapid Strike label on them.
Yes.
Because that came up at a point during the event on stream. So just be aware. You can't use Drizzle for the Rapid Strike attack or that 1 Inteleon.
Yep.
Moving forward. So those are going to help you pick out all the cards you need. Obviously, the quick shooting is going to allow you to get that extra damage that you need. You got your 4/4 Inkay. and Malamar line. Obviously, consistency is key here. You've got a 2/2 Octillery, because that'll allow you to go grab your Rapid Strike Pokemon and, anything with Rapid Strike, essentially. You've got 4 Karina's Focus, 4 Bruno, 3 Brawly. You've got 4 Scoop Up Nets, 4 Level Ball, 4 Fog Crystals. Now, the Scoop Up Nets are really good because that's going to get your Malamars out of the active if they get pulled out and stuck.
Yeah, no one's going to... You're not going to have 3 energy on this thing ever. So trying to naturally retreat it is just not going to happen.
Yeah, and when you only run 6 energies, that's half your energies just for the game to retreat. So no way, Jose. And then I love the fact that Fog Crystal searches your deck for either a Psychic Energy or a Psychic Pokemon. So the Fog Crystals are in here solely for the Psychic Energies and the Inkay and Malamars. And then you've got 4 Level Ball, 4 Fog Crystal, and 4 Evolutionary Incense. And then you have 3 Great Balls, 1 Rescue Carrier, 1 Ordinary Rod to recover, and you've got 4 Spiral Energy, which is the Rapid Strike Energy, and then you have 2 basic Psychic Energies.
All right, now, so we've seen a billion decks use the Sobble Drizzle Inteleon thing, right? But really what's important in this deck is the Octillery, right?
Yes, because that's going to allow you to go grab everything that you need.
Yep.
But yeah, this is a powerful deck. I mean, you can easily get tons of Rapid Strike cards, get them in your hand really quickly, and just go to town for 1 energy.
Yeah,
this is a deck that a lot of people slept on.
Clearly. I mean, it placed second in Liverpool. That was awesome.
Yeah, no, and it's good to see. It's really nice to see, the Ludicolo and Suicune deck come out of nowhere.
Yep.
I mean, we knew it was a thing, but just like we knew Malamar was a thing, and players are finding ways to bring these back to light. So it's a good time in the format right now.
Can we say that the time of Mew is over?
No, people are still playing Mew.
Yeah, but now we have counters, right? Because I remember a couple episodes ago, you were like, there's nothing on Earth that can counter Mew VMAX. And it's like, I think in Salt Lake City, there was 400 decks, Mew VMAX decks that started, and none of them made top 8. So, I don't know. I would say that Mew is being given the back seat to a lot of these other more creative decks, which is really cool.
Yeah, well, it's also too because everybody knows how Mew VMAX is built, and once you know all the cards they're going to use, you just have to come up with a strategy of how you're going to counter that.
Yeah. Yep.
And this deck does just that.
No, I like it, and I pulled the list from Limitless, had the actual Liverpool list, so we'll put it in the description so you can check it out, and then you can just pluck these cards right out of TCGPlayer, and it's super cheap, so can't go wrong.
You cannot. Beautiful card. Love the art on it.
Yeah, the art is pretty rad. The art is really rad too. Malamar is just a good looking Pokemon. I don't know. It's just like one of those weird ones that it almost looks like it could be like an alien, but then does it live underwater?
Is it a penguin? I can't tell anymore.
Well, it's got a beak, but I don't know. It's got the mischievous style hair, but then it has tentacles. I was saying, it looks like Dratini tails.
It's like a kraken.
It is like a kraken. Yes.
It just has a face.
Well, it's almost Cthulhu, almost.
Yeah, it's just face is right side up when it's not technically supposed to. It is funny because you have to tip this upside down in Pokemon Go to evolve it.
Yeah.
You tip your phone up, which is
that
really
was
cool.
The same thing with the DS.
No, I know. That's why it's just funny. I wish you had to
turn the card over.
Yeah, your Inkay had to be confused.
Flip the whole desk over.
No. So when you're confused in the TCG,
No,
you're
I know. You
upside
turn it
down.
upside down. I know.
So imagine that, like, Inkay can only evolve if it's confused. That would be insane. But, like, it would have an ability that just confuses itself.
Confuses itself, yeah.
And then it would heal itself from confusion because it evolves.
Interesting.
TPCI, notice me.
Oh goodness. All right. Well, I've got some cards here. I'm a little eager to open these because I haven't opened cards since last episode. So
all right. You go. All
right. We've got and these cards are coming courtesy of our executive producer Tish Smith. So thank you so much for that. And definitely, if you want to pick up any other packs of Darkness Ablaze or any individual singles, check out the link in the description to our affiliate link for TCGPlayer. It's a way that you can support the show without having to pay any extra money or any of that good stuff. Just pick up your cards, and it helps us out. All right, we got a white code card. BHB ZK WQ JN VTR 6. Good luck. If you get it, let us know what you get. All right, here we go. I have a good feeling about this, Adam. Steel Energy, Kabu, Simisage, Vanillish, Rowlet, Squovit, Spinarak, Larvesta, shout to Heracross Boss, Hippopotas, Clang, and a full art Kabu trainer. Yes.
Oh my
buddy.
goodness.
Yes. So I actually got
That's sick.
Yeah. Oh wow. That's phenomenal. Dude,
right,
I had a great pull. I had a great pull last week too. So I got the standard.
Yeah, you got the Dragonite.
Yep. I got the standard Kabu and the full art Kabu in the same pack. I like when that happens.
All right. I got a green code, so my hopes are super high right now. WL9 QKVM YTV ZPK. All right, we got a Lightning Energy, Corvisquire, Lunatone, Struggle Gloves, Tauros, Arukadi, Mr. Mime, Galarian, Electrike, Deino, Carablast, Reverse Hollow, and a rare Thievel. The Thievel stole my good pull. That's what happened.
Oh man, dude, I'm on fire. Tish, good looking out sending me these packs and not to Adam.
No.
This is a nice looking card. Centering is a little off. Who cares? You know, it's so weird working with sports cards. It's like I catch myself, like I end up looking at centering and corners and whitening. It's like, dude, who cares? Put it on the sleeve and play it. Ugh, so annoying. All right, Adam, let's get into the art of the week, and we have Totodile this week. And this one was pretty cool. Especially because I think there was something like close to 25 Totodile cards in total. So there was a lot to choose from here. So I have some pretty cool examples. So make sure you check out our blog on PokemonProfessor.com so you can take a look at these yourself. But the first one I have is from Neo Destiny, and this is Miki Tanaka is the illustrator. Tanaka's been doing cards since Fossil and has done 181 cards. You know, I love when the artists have this many cards in their portfolio. I don't know. It's just special. It's just really cool. This is the same artist that did the Pikachu V Union. And I know, like, everybody loves the Pikachu V Union cards. So the good stuff. Very distinguishable art style. It's super stylized. And it's like, almost looks like if Totodile was in South Park. Like, it looks like paper art style. And it's just like looking up at the rain, and it's just like super plain, but I don't know. I really like it. I just really like it.
I love the colors behind it. The orange and the yellow just pop.
Yeah, no, it's cool. And it's like a super basic design, but it just works for Totodile. And it's
little flavor text is pretty cool too. It's like, it says its highly developed jaws are powerful enough to crush anything.
Yes.
Even experienced adult trainers must handle it with great caution.
Interesting.
Don't let it bite you.
Dude, some of the like dex entries and flavor text, like the stuff is so ridiculous. Like, what was the Dragonite one? Like, didn't it say like it could break the sound barrier with how fast it flies?
Something like that.
Something like that. So crazy. All right, the next one is from Dragon Frontiers. I think this one takes the cake for me. This one is legit.
This one, because it's in Dragon Frontiers, all the Pokemon were different types. So it was called Delta Species. So Totodile was Lightning type back then.
Yep, really,
but it was
really
still
cool.
weak to Lightning.
Yeah, hilarious.
So I have such fond memories of this set and this line specifically because I played it with Magnadium from the same set.
Nice. But this one is going to be illustrated by Hisao Nakamura. Nakamura has been doing art since Aquapolis, 72 cards. And one of the cool things about the Bulbapedia art database is you could pull up an artist and look at all the cards that they've done and kind of compare. And all the cards that Nakamura has done have these really cool looking backgrounds that almost remind me of like if someone had like a tattoo sleeve, right? So all like the filler, the things that are like in between the actual subject matter of the art. So like the Totodile is like super pushed to the foreground. It's very prominent. It's like, right in your face. And then there's this awesome, I don't know. It's like
a clouds and lightning storm going on.
Yeah, but like a little mountain. But it's like, I don't know. It just reminds me of a tattoo style thing. But very, very cool. And even the framing around the card, the actual art box on Dragon Frontiers just has like a little pattern to it. So it's just a super unique looking card. And the fact that it's electric or lightning is really cool too. This next one we'll talk about here is a close second for me. This is from Expedition. The illustrator is Amy Tomita. And Tomita, this is a cool one. So we've gone from artists that did 181 cards. Nakamura did 72 cards. This artist has only done 3 cards. However, she's worked as a graphic designer on the teams that did Colosseum, Ruby and Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green. She was a concept artist for the movies, so she did concept art for Destiny Deoxys, Jirachi, Wishmaker, Arceus and the Jewel of Life, Mastermind Mirage Pokemon Special. That was the US special, the anime special. So very, very cool, unique art style. And because she's only done 3 cards, I really don't remember seeing any other cards that have this kind of style. And
this one's beautiful. It is
really cool.
It's a play on the waves in the ocean, and Totodile being
like
cradled. Yeah, like as if it were a baby, and the ocean was holding on to it.
Yeah, I definitely like it. I'm going to date myself here, but there was a Smashing Pumpkins record, the Siamese Dream record, and I don't know, this cover, it just reminds me of that art style. It's just very, very cool. I don't know if Tim Burton-esque is the right word. I don't know. It just has a very, very unique art style. I don't think I've ever seen a card that looks like this. So very, very neat. And it has the, like the e-reader border. So right out of the gate, it's kind of a funky design. The art box is like that weird one-sided oval. But super, super, super unique art style on this one. Make sure you check out the blog. I think everyone's going to really like this one.
Yeah, that one's my favorite.
And finally, the last one we're going to look at is a much more recent card. This one from Shining Legends. This is Tokia. Tokia has done 91 cards. And we've talked about a couple different artists through Art of the Week that create their cards on tablet, like they draw on tablet, so it's completely digital drawings. So while this isn't like 3D animated art, it is computer generated, and you definitely can tell. It almost looks like this is like concept art from a video game. It looks really, really, really unique. And you have like Totodile kind of
really vibrant.
Yeah, but it's like different looking. Like it's not like it's textured, but I don't know. I can't really explain the uniqueness of what makes this so funky, but you have really cool shading on Totodile. The background is super lush, and I don't know. There's just a lot going on in the card, but it all makes sense. It's not busy. Like everything just kind of flows together really well. It's like Totodile kind of like running away from the camera towards like a waterfall. Just looks super sweet, super, super nice. Definitely like this one. All the art of all 4 of these cards, super unique and super cool. Which one's your favorite? Is it the Expedition one?
Well, I don't think I've ever actually seen the Expedition one, but the more I look at the Shining Legends ones, that one's really nice. It's really nice to look at and kind of like tear apart with your eyes.
So I'm pulling up TCGPlayer really quick. So that that Expedition card's only $3. About to cop that, yo. It's a really good looking card. I just want it now.
Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. All right. Add to cart. It's in there. It's in there like swimwear.
Did you use the link for Pokemon Professor?
Of course I did. See, look, I could support myself.
All right.
But
all right.
I think that's it for the front of the show, though. I think we could take a little breaky break.
All right. We'll be back right after this. And we are back. Ken, how was your break?
It was refreshing and hydrating.
Did you get a cheese stick?
No. What?
You didn't get a cheese stick during the break?
No.
What about an applesauce?
What?
A fruit snack?
This is the most Adam thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Did you at least look through your cards to find deli birds?
No, I had a sip of water. That's all I did.
That sounds like a terrible break. Okay. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Check ours out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. That $1 is going to get you access to our patron exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. All patrons are eligible to participate in our monthly Pokemon Go and TCGO prize tournaments. This month just happens to be $100 for the prize for the winner.
Yeah, buddy.
Registration's in the Discord. We hope to see you there. We want to give a huge thank you to our gym leaders, Absolutely Ryan, Grant, Jamal, JD Mojo Jojo, Magikarp Diem, Sue, TN Comics Wiz, Trainer Mystic, and Big Zom Minus. And an even bigger thank you to our executive producer, Tish Smith.
Whoop,
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And make sure you check out PokemonProfessor.com for links to everywhere you can connect with us, grab some merch, leave us reviews, and see the blog.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Adam, I hate to have to talk about this.
Oh my God, just don't. I'll let you talk about this.
All right. So this past week was WrestleMania, right? So seemingly unrelated to Pokemon. However, Logan Paul wrestled in WrestleMania. And if you remember during the Mayweather fight, he wore his PSA 10 base set Shadowless Charizard around his neck on a chain.
Yeah, because he was so cool.
And he was like, I remember in the post-fight interview, he was wearing it. And he goes like, oh, the provenance of this card now, it'll be a $1 million card, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward to, I think, 2 episodes of Special Conditions ago, we talked about Golden Auctions, who had sold a Pikachu Illustrator, I think it was a PSA 7 maybe, for $900,000. And it was the most expensive non-private sale Pokemon card thing on record. It was like the biggest auctioned Pokemon card to date. So the Pikachu Illustrator sold for $900K, and it was like, wow, this is a huge deal. We've talked about Logan Paul previously, how he's brought so much money into the hobby, but not necessarily in a good way at all. The fact that like he's distorted the market by overpaying for things and then pushing the narrative of like, who cares about the game? This is all about investment. This is all about the money. This influenced the scalpers. Like it was the downfall of much of the Pokemon card market through the pandemic. It was just not good.
Yeah.
And now he's done it again, like tenfold. So all these news reports start coming out that Logan Paul has spent $6 million on a card. And it's like, how is this possible? What is going on here? So I do some digging. I think Kotaku picked up the story. They were one of the first ones to pick up the story, and they reported wrong. They were like, yeah, it's $6 million card. It was not. He ended up actually breaking the world record for most expensive Pokemon card. Guinness record, they actually officially confirmed. So going to the Guinness Book of World Records website, he paid $4 million plus a PSA 9 Pikachu illustrator that was worth $1.25 million. So $5.25 million private sale transaction for a Pikachu illustrator PSA 10. Now, how does this tie to WrestleMania? Because when he makes his WrestleMania debut, he walks out, and around his neck is the PSA 10 Pikachu illustrator that he just paid $5.25 million for. And he's got like yellow and black leather jacket. He's looking like a Pikachu trainer.
What a poser.
Oh my God, dude. I can't find words that are good. I don't like, as much as you'd want to be like, hey, yeah, great, more eyeballs on Pokemon. This is a good thing. It's good. When you go to PSA's website, for whatever reason, it's documented as a $6 million sale. It's a population 1 card. So now, granted, there's only 36, 39 of these illustrator cards ever. Obviously, these are the elite of the elite financial collectors that are trading these things around. But now, the market of these things is completely destroyed because he paid that much for it simply because he wanted to make a spectacle. Is the card worth that much? There's no way. There's no way.
No.
Is it worth over $1 million? Yeah, I would think. If a PSA 7 is going to be worth $900K, if they're valuing the PSA 9 at 1.25, you're telling me that a 1.2, the difference between a PSA 9 and a PSA 10 is $2.8 million? I don't know. $3.8 million? It's just not good for the market. But same thing. He's making a spectacle out of it. He's winning Guinness records for spending the most money. Like, is that like, I'd rather look at someone that has like the world's longest fingernails than like someone who spent the most money on a Pokemon card. Like, what? Where's the challenge in that? You know what I mean? It's like, dude, if
you have the money,
it's
okay.
I don't like this being how Pokemon goes into the news, because everybody picked up on the story. Forbes, Newsweek, ESPN, like all the wrestling outlets, like it's just a drag. To me, I just don't like when Pokemon and excessive money are together, because it just seems like a complete juxtaposition to the true culture of what Pokemon's all about. Yeah, Pokemon cards are worth a lot. That's great. You know, I'll never, blast anyone for being involved in Pokemon for the financial side of it. But this is just such a gratuitous manipulation of the market. There's no reason for this. Like, I don't know. I think that if he wasn't this type of celebrity, and even if he was this super baller collector that wanted this card, I just don't think it would have sold for anywhere near this. I think this happened so he can make that much more of a spectacle out of it. But, I mean, it's a gorgeous card. It's population 1 on PSA's website, so that's super cool. But, geez, I don't know. Poser is a good word. I mean, does the dude like Pokemon? I'm sure he does. But I just hate that this is how people get introduced to it, is some dude in a yellow and black leather jacket with sunglasses wearing a card around his neck. And it's like, dude, no one in the culture is anything like that. Like, you're the only one. Like, come on, man. Ugh. I don't know. What?
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Right? Like, I don't know. I just don't know why.
Because you really just want people to play the card game. Like that's what it all comes down to. I mean, okay, there is a financial side to it, yes. There's a collection side to it, yes. But at the end of the day, it is a card game, and it is a good card game.
Yeah, but I'm okay with people never playing the card game. I just think that what we're used to is the competitive scene driving market value. That's why the Arceus VSTAR is worth whatever, or is selling for whatever on TCGPlayer, because there's a demand for it and the competitive scene. The Charizards and all that, still somewhat driven by the competitive scene, because the players are the ones that are gobbling up these cards and essentially taking them out of collector and financial circulation, because once you play with a card, it has nominal value at that point. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to have a PSA 10 card that's ever been played. A PSA 10 card is going to be pack fresh, right out of the pack, into a sleeve, into a top loader, and off to PSA. Is that the intention that Pokemon wants for the TCG? I don't know. Is it what I want? I don't know. Would I want a $6 million Pokemon card? Heck yes. But I don't know. It's just sours.
I wouldn't want that much stress.
I guess you're right. More money, more problems. Biggie Smalls. Yep. Jeez. It's just, I just hate the look of it. Like all the photos of him looking like this, I don't know. He just doesn't look like a real person. Just looks like a caricature of, he looks like Kabu, my full art Kabu. It just looks like a Pokemon trainer in a movie, which could be cool if you're at Comic-Con, you want to cosplay, but it's like, dude, this is who you're making your persona to be. I guess when you get that much money, this is what you do. I guess. I don't know.
All right, enough about this. Let's talk about this battle deck.
Yo, I like these, especially for me, because I don't really have the knowledge to assemble decks on my own. I need help, and they really make it easy for me. So let's check out this link over on PokeBeach. You want to run through these?
Yes, we've got Calyrex VMAX, Ice type, and Psychic type. So these are the first times we're seeing a level 3 deck.
Yeah, baby.
They come with a fully playable 60-card deck loaded with tons of power cards, 3 foil cards featuring Ice Rider Calyrex V or Shadow Rider Calyrex V, 3 foil cards featuring Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX, and Shadow or Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. Sorry.
Well, this is
so
the first time that
it's a
3/3. That's huge. Value wise, this is, I think the 2-pack deck or whatever is $30, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So $30, and you get a 3/3 line. That's amazing. That's a great value. Great
that
value.
Makes effectively each of those cards are $5.
Yeah. That's
going to drastically reduce the price of these cards, which is awesome because they are playable cards.
Yeah. And I think they like the Venusaur V deck was considered like a play level 1. The Urshifu decks were like play level 2, and now we have play level 3. Now, what do you think makes them play level 3? Is it just the fact that they're more spec'd out, like more built out, or is this actually a more difficult deck to play?
Both. So you have to really think about when you're evolving into these VMAXs, because you obviously don't want to give away free prize cards. We don't have the list for everything that's in them.
Yeah.
We just kind of have the images. So there's probably a lot of like one-of trainers that are kind of going to make it a little bit more difficult to play. You'll probably have, like 2 bosses orders versus like the standard 3 or whatnot. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of like, it's definitely because we're getting a more flushed out line. Like you definitely want 4-3, but 3-3 is still solid.
Well, we've talked about these decks being battle ready, right? So obviously they're going to be competitive out of the box. Again, not at the regional level, but I mean, you could definitely have fun with
these ones. You could definitely walk in. Like I'd honestly like wager. I would want to see somebody just open one of these up, put some sleeves on it, and just go into a tournament and see what happens.
Well, that's what I would do, because that's the help I need in order to like assemble a deck. But we've always talked about these decks being like, or even like a basic theme deck, right? You buy the theme deck, and with a little bit of spice, you can, make it that much better. Here, there's so little you have to do. Like, yeah, you want to run a 4-4. It's
maybe a 4-3.
Yeah, I was gonna say a 4-3,
because it's just about consistency at that point.
I don't know. I think that this is just such a good value that even if you wanted to break this deck apart, right? Like, just buy it. It's such a good value for the 3 Vs and 3 VMAX.
I can tell you right now that I do not own the Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX. So that's the one I'm going to go for. I believe I have a 1/1 line of the other one, but I definitely, I'm a huge fan of water types, so that's the one I'm going to go after.
I don't know. I think it's, you could see, like, remember when the Pika-Rom and the Reshizard battle decks came out and they were like super popular and everyone was using them? I could see these decks having the same kind of impact just because they're so fleshed out. You'll probably see these decks a lot, especially if you're in a local
TCGO.
Yeah, because there's just going to be so many people picking these up and then just playing it built just like that on TCGO. Yo, what's going on with TCG Live? Is it like dead in the water? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. There's a lot of talk about it just being awful.
So I was watching Azul today, and he was back on TCGO.
Yep.
I was like, wow, dude, he's not even playing the beta anymore. I guess it's that bad.
Well, a lot of people are commenting on his and Andrew Mahone's videos, just saying, like, it's just unwatchable. It's so frustrating. And then I even saw Chip Ritchie. He's one of the commentators on the regional level,
Yep.
I watched Andrew Mahone's video where he shows Chip Ritchie playing, but he can't move. He can't play the cards fast enough. Like, the timer is still going.
Oh no.
Yeah. So his turn ends in the middle of it, like while trying to like play out his turn.
Oh, yikes.
So there's a lot of bugs. It's visually unappealing. I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, again, I wish they didn't say anything until they had a finalized product that they could be like, hey, this is for mobile. We're excited to announce it. Like, here we go.
This was supposed to launch in November of 21. It's like they're way behind. They are way behind.
Well, listen, and then that's another thing that Andrew talks about, is that like all the other digital card games like Hearthstone and all these other like everything, even Yu-Gi-Oh, like all of the programs that they use, like they're all so much better looking. They all flow so well. They all, like, Pokemon is so far behind the ball. It really doesn't make sense as to why.
Yeah, I don't
get it. With the
amount
of money that they are making, with the amount of money that the TCG alone is making, there's no reason why this should not be like immaculate.
Yeah, but I think what's interesting here, right, is I don't know if it's necessarily a money thing, because if the development team or the development process isn't what it is or where it needs to be, you could throw all the money at the world at it. And if the developers can't utilize it and execute,
well, then they need a new development team. They're so far behind the 8 ball. That's the thing. Like,
call Direwolf.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
PTCGO, like, it's a great system. I just wish I could play it on mobile.
Or Switch, like it
or
would
even
be
the Switch.
Perfect on
I'd
Switch.
be taking that everywhere with me,
dude.
you know?
It's so good on tablet. Like it runs great on tablet. It looks great on tablet. Like if they were just able to parse down that build onto mobile, still keep it horizontal. Like I think that the vertical format really messed things up for functionality, right? Because they had to like shrink down the bench. They had to, minimize the amount of real estate that you see.
Yep.
I don't know. I just, but like you said, dude, the Magic the Gathering Arena, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel, like whatever, they run so good. Like I watched videos of them just to see like what is Pokemon missing here. And these games, they seem to run completely flawless.
Listen, back in the day, I was playing one of the Yu-Gi-Oh games on the Game Boy Advance. And that system was so much better. Like, I don't understand. I literally don't understand.
But TCGO
and all the rules were in place, like, in a Game Boy Advance game.
Like, wasn't the TCGO, like, didn't that launch, or didn't that build, wasn't the same build since, like, 2012 or something?
It's so old. It's so old. Like, Heart Gold Soul Silver was, like, the time it released, I believe. Because I have code cards from, or like I have cards from the Heart Gold Soul Silver era.
I don't know. I remember just last year being so hyped, like, oh, this is going to be the resurgence of competitive play. You had all these people that were into buying and collecting, and the financial side, and everyone's, hitting up Targets and Walmarts and all this crazy stuff, all these new people coming into the cards. And it was like, great, we have this new app. They're going to relaunch it. They're going to have this huge marketing campaign. And then people will actually have something to do with the cards other than put them in binders and other than put them on eBay. And I think that window of opportunity is gone.
It's gone. 110%. It's gone.
That's terrible.
Because now you can walk into any of the stores and they've got cards. There's no longer like I walked into GameStop yesterday. They have shelves of blister packs.
Yeah.
We are far from the, like, yes, you still can't get the 25th anniversary like premium collection box. I'll never see one. But it's just one of those like, okay, like I've accepted it.
Yeah.
If I want cards, I can find them again. It's no longer a stretch to have to.
But that's not a bad thing. I think that's good. I want accessibility in cards, but I think taking advantage of all these new card buyers and giving them purpose, like I would imagine that a lot of the people that bought into the cards, their interest in it and their retention is done. They're out of it already, right? They've either liquidated what they had, or there was nothing intriguing enough about the cards themselves for them to retain interest in the franchise. And that bums me out so much, because like everything seemed to be lining up. All this crazy stuff with the market, all these new people coming into it.
The opportunity was there and they missed it.
Ugh, such a bummer. Such a bummer. And I mean, not for nothing, man. I used to be a huge console gamer. I play games on PC, but because of Pokemon Go, I am like a 99% mobile gamer. Like, it was so ready. I was so ready for it. Like, I need a bathroom game. You know what I mean? Like, I needed like something to do on mobile, and I'm just so bummed that it's not here. And it's like, I even was saying to myself, like, give me the crappy Canadian beta. Like, I don't care. Just give it to me. But after seeing like, Azul, I was just like, man, it's painful to watch.
Yeah.
Bummer.
And it's just so upsetting. Because they even missed the whole window with like other card games were going back and starting leagues again and getting into physical locations.
Well, that's what you did. Why you were getting into the Digimon? You were like, they're actually holding events at local card shops. Like, there's no Pokemon events.
Was still like, their foot was down. Like, we're not doing leagues. We're not doing leagues. We're not doing leagues. And like, now they're coming back slowly, but like,
yeah, but they're coming back slowly. They have all this regional stuff happening. It's like the local card shop stuff where the real nuts and bolts of the community is. That network is not fleshed out yet. Like, nope. I'm just starting to get newsletters from like my local card shops, like the return of Magic, the return of Pokemon. Like it's just starting to happen at the local level here in Jersey. You know, yeah, you can go on Twitch and you could watch Salt Lake City and you could watch Liverpool and all that stuff, but what it's really all about is the local level. And if all you could do at the local level is play Magic or play Digimon, guess what? You're going to play Magic or Digimon. You're not going to play Pokemon.
Exactly. Yeah,
or Flesh and Blood.
Yeah. And the thing is, you know, everybody that's going to these regionals are people that eat, sleep, and dream like Pokemon nonstop. And it's like they know that they're going to do well. You know, they know that there's a chance, you know. And it's like, for me, it's like, you know, New Jersey is close. So, like, obviously I'm going to go to that one. But I can't say that I have drive to want to, you know, fly across country to go to one of these events just to get my butt handed to me.
Yeah. Well, and even with like the success of the Players' Cups, right? You had all these online battlers, all these warriors that were like honing their skills, and they kind of get like a weird wake-up call, right? When they try to convert their TCGO prowess to physical cards. It doesn't really work out as easy as you'd think. It doesn't translate. So
right.
Without having that real local card shop way for people to like, you know, cut their teeth, it's a hard grind. And then you see the usual suspects at the top of the lists, you know, in all these different regions. And it's a little bit of a bummer. I think that, like, I think you said it perfect. Just it's gone. The window of opportunity to take advantage of the boom is past. Do I think that they could still pull this off and do it correctly? Sure, but I just don't think it's going to have the impact it would have if this would have come out in November. Like, come out in November and worked. Like, yeah, we don't want a crappy product. Like, but if it had come out in November and it actually ran great or ran comparable to like Magic the Gathering Arena or the Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't know. I think it would have been a player and would have helped with retention. But you know, a lot of people like on my Facebook that weren't Pokemon people that were interested in buying over the pandemic, yeah, they're out. They're not buying anything anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Even people that I talk to, you know, they used to hit me up and say, you know, hey, like, what do you have for Pokemon cards? It's like they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, jeez. Bummer. Well, we'll see. Maybe we should just keep playing TCGO and call it a day and not even think about TCG Live.
Yeah, let's do that. But if you want to email us, info@specialconditionstcg.com. You can leave us a voicemail. You can text us, send us a picture. 732-835-8639. Ken, you got anything else?
I do not. That's it.
That has been a show. Thank you all for listening this far. We really appreciate it. Thanks for all your support. And remember, trainers, if you're affected by a special condition, don't forget to use a full heal.